Welcome back to the All Juve Cast channel. I'm Alberto, and we are going to do another episode of Buonasera, Bianconeri, recapping the day's news surrounding Juventus. And on this episode, I will be naming the winner of this Delict kit behind me. On the live, of course, from the weekend, gave away the Chiesa kit, which will be shipping out soon to the winner. And yes, stay tuned for the winner of the Delict kit. But we've got to get to the news. That's what it's all about. Brian Reynolds. Brian Reynolds continues with the heavy links with Juve. Who's Brian Reynolds? Come on. He was in Van Wilder. He was in Blade Trinity. He was also Deadpool, for God's sake. Oh, yeah. My bad. That's Ryan Reynolds. Listen, Brian Reynolds, we got to stop pretending. Nobody knows really anything about this guy. He's played very limited in the MLS, which is the American Professional Soccer League. North American, I guess you could say, because there's some Canadian teams in there. But there's not much to know about this kid. He's a 19-year-old. He's a right back. There's really not much to know other than he is great at crossing the ball, but he's also pretty clumsy at taking a lot of fouls often. That's really all we could say. But Juve looks like really going after him, wants to get him quick, as there are a lot of teams, apparently, a handful of teams going after this kid, and Juve wants to then put him alone at Cagliari. See if that ends up playing out. But that rumor continues to swirl around. Another rumor continuing to swirl is, of course, Fernando Llorente. And apparently, highly likely, apparently, by all the journalists and pundits, saying that he could end up at Juve, and that's very, very possible. It would make sense that it's highly possible. Wouldn't take much to get him in. Would he be really a good fit, even if it were just a backup for Morata? I'm not 100% sure. The other guy's name that's laying around is Milik. And then again, the numbers would have to make sense, because for whatever reason, I was mistaken on this, because I thought if Milik came in, he would still have to agree terms with Juventus. But apparently that would not be the case, and we would be purchasing him from Napoli, but he would still be able to leave come the summer window, which is bizarre. I'm not really sure why that is that way. Usually the club signs you or agrees purchase deal with the club. You usually still have to agree terms with the player. So this is a kind of a weird one, but we'll have to see. But his name's still swirling around there strong. I want to know what you think, Juventini. Would Llorente be a good option? Would you rather have Milik if it were between those two? Do you think striker is a higher priority than getting a midfielder? I think the midfielder, by the sounds of it, Locatelli seems to be something that could possibly happen in the summer. Pogba's the dream, right? For many Juventini, not all, but many. And Pogba, I don't know, Man U will not take offers like apparently Ramsey and Rabiot, which Juve threw out there. Apparently last season was dybala and Costa, or Bernardeschi and Costa. I think they were throwing out combos like this, and they will not take it. They want high profile and money. So yeah, it'd be interesting. Man U apparently open to loaning him out with a buyout clause, so basically obligation to buy. So we'll see what ends up happening. This is going to be interesting, but always twists. And today coming out with some news that apparently the tax savings for foreign players with multi-year contracts could be going away, which is a savings of close to 50%. Juve has used this break in getting guys like De Ligt, Ramsey, Rabiot. So this is very, very interesting. This is big, not just for Juventus, but the whole of Serie A. Would really, really put them at a disadvantage and hurt them. And I'm not so sure as many players would be willing to come to Serie A should that be the case. Now, what does this mean for Juve if it goes through? Yeah, you could expect restructuring of deals. Are these players, the ones you would have to restructure, are they going to be okay with it? This could be a scenario where, you lose a guy like Ronaldo over it, and possibly De Ligt. Yeah. So this is big. We got to keep an eye out for this piece of news. It's going to be interesting to see what plays out. Now, keep in mind, the government can still overturn this. From what I picked up on just asking people on social media and whatnot. So be very, very interesting to see. Last and certainly not least, as this has gone on for far too long, and I've stressed my frustration with both parties, but dybala, the news hits again. Apparently, he wants Juve to bump the 10 million euro offer. Has Juve even offered 10 million euros? It's all still speculation, but apparently it's that Juve will not increase the offer from 10 million euros, and dybala wants more. This is, of course, all still speculation. Of course, only the parties involved know the true details. However, this is ridiculous that it continues. I think we're at a point where you just need to make a decision and move forward. This cannot carry on past the January window, in my opinion. This hurts us. You got to figure it out. You got to shit or get off the pot. He's part of us. Work out the contract details, figure it out. Paulo, if they offered 10 million euros, in my opinion, that's more than fair. You talk about the love for the club. Do the right thing. If they have offered you that, I think it's more than fair. But I still question whether or not they've offered that. I think it's lower. I think it's 8 million euro. Never heard otherwise. So, again, everything's up in the air. But between the two parties, they need to figure this out. If dybala's got no place for them in the future, if they're not willing to bump it, he's not willing to accept it. Maybe he's got higher offers when they were shopping him from other clubs and he thinks he's worth more. Well, you guys got to figure this out, but you got to move on. This can't keep going on. Has to stop. But I had many discussions with Juventini today, and in my personal opinion, this is it for dybala and Juventus. I don't think the relationship's there anymore, and I think this kind of killed everything. I can't see him going beyond this season for sure. Wouldn't be surprised if something swings in January, but still highly unlikely. I don't think we're going to see a lot of the moves that we want to see or think we'll see. I think it's going to be pretty plain Jane January window. I could be mistaken, but I really, really don't see much happening. And funny enough, there was a post today that said it was Romeo Gresti saying that I think it got lost in translation because he said, "Oh, Juve, I expect a sparkling mercado in the winter mercado where they will be focusing on the tip." Yeah, let's focus on the meal deal. Let's go balls deep, buddy. Anyways, yeah. How do you think the mercado is going to go, Juventini? Let me know. You think we're going to get a couple pickups? I honestly don't expect much, but I want to hear from you. How do you think the mercado is going to go? What do you think we need to do in the mercado? Again, striker more important than playmaker, or playmaker priority? What do you think? And last, but certainly not least, I hit 4K on Twitter for followers. I'm pumped. I'm trying to build up the YouTube channel here, so please smash that subscribe button. I got a lot of fun stuff planned for the second half of this season. We're going to do a lot of fun stuff, and I hope you all enjoy it. Yeah, it's going to be good stuff. And I gave away the Chiesa kit, okay, on the live, and now De Ligt will be going to a lucky fan of Juve. So, without further ado, the random draw picker has chosen at Marcus Juventus. There you go. Winner of the new home kit with Delict and Champions League badging is at Marcus Juventus. At Marcus Juventus, congratulations. DM me on Twitter to claim your prize. And for everybody else, do not worry about it. Okay, so head up, because every 500 followers on Twitter, I've got another kit coming. And if we keep the subscribers coming on YouTube, I'll be sure to keep up with the giveaways, prizes, gifts, and goodies. Once again, thank you all for the support. Have a great evening. Buonasera, Bianconeri, and until next time, Forza Juve, fino alla fine.